to show you guys how I made this top out of a men's shirt. Starting with the top, I cut open each of the sleeves and traced a top that had the shape that I wanted, but added seam allowance on the top and the sides. After I cut it out, I traced this piece onto the other sleeve and made a copy of it. For the front darts, I molded one of the pieces to my body by adding 2 folds and then made sure they were even and symmetrical before sewing with a straight stitch. No need to add darts to the back piece. Then I hemmed the neckline of both pieces by folding it twice and sewing it with a straight stitch. And now the top 2 pieces are done. Onto the bottom portion, I cut the biggest rectangle I could out of the back of the shirt and split this evenly in half. To create the ruffles, I used the longest stitch setting to sew a basting stitch. I scrunched the fabric up by pulling on one of the threads until it was the same width as the top piece. Then I ironed the ruffles flat and used a regular stitch length to sew the ruffles down permanently. To attach the top and bottom, I pinned the edges with right sides facing and sewed it with a straight stitch. I also did an overlocking stitch on the seam and repeated this for the other side. Afterwards, I cut long strips from the rest of the shirt to make 6 straps. For all of these, I folded the edges into the middle, folded it in half, and ironed it. Starting with the 4 short ones, I sewed them closed, and to attach them, I folded the side of the top twice and tucked one end of the strap into the fold. Then I secured it with a straight stitch down the side and did this for all 4 sides. To attach the front and the back, I used the 2 long strips. I sandwiched the raw edge of the armhole into the strap and pinned it to secure it, and then I made sure everything was sitting properly. To sew everything together, I started at one end of the strap. When I got to the part holding the top, I continued sewing but made sure everything was sandwiched properly, and then sewed all the way down the other side of the strap, and did this for both sides. Last but not least, I hemmed the bottom to a length I liked by folding it twice and sewing. Now it's done, let's try it on. Ta-da! Happy sewing!